Are you recording?
Yes.
We are back. Time for the after show. When's the last time we did one of these?
It's probably been I think 3 weeks since we last recorded.
We got a lot of things to talk about.
I don't really have a lot of things to talk about.
I have a shit ton of things to talk about.
Oh no.
So I got so many things. So I'll keep it up for the both of us. But we haven't done one of these since before Christmas. Holy shit.
It's true. Yeah. Actually, I think the last time we recorded it was on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. But that one was just we didn't actually talk about movies we'd watched. We'd only done did a year in review.
So it's it's been several weeks.
So there's one movie I've been wanting to talk about you for 4 weeks now.
Oh no.
And it's the only movie I've wanted to talk about you on the after show forever, since the beginning of time. It's a movie you've made fun of me for not watching for so long. And my cousin-in-law, my wife's cousin, second cousin, Emily's cousin Andrew, his kids. He has a 4-year-old William and a 2-year-old Evelyn.
Yep.
The 4-year-old is super into dinosaurs, like knows the name of like all these like really specific dinosaurs. Really smart kid and knows everything there is to know about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And so his favorite movies are the Jurassic Park series, both the original and the new ones. So for the first time on Christmas Day, I watched Jurassic Park. I did it, Andrew. You thought it would never be done.
I just think you just should have never seen it. I just think it would have been funny. Like I've said before, I just think it would have been funny that you just never watched it ever. Like in your whole life, you just completely just never watched it. I think that would have been pretty funny, all things considered, but whatever.
I mean, 26 years, quite a long time to go without saying Jurassic Park.
I think I watched it in school. I think a biology class played it or something.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think they played it in a lot of the biology classes our freshman year, but I never seen it. So I watched it for the first time. I, of course, am very split on Spielberg. There's some of his stuff that I really like Catch Me If You Can. And there's some of his stuff that I don't really like E.T. And Jurassic Park. I don't get it. I think there's some great visual effects. You know, the music's good, a lot of fun people in it, but for me, it's fine. I'm personally just a little baffled, and I think I am this way with a lot of Spielberg's work, why people love Jurassic Park so much more than any other film that came out in the 90s. I mean, I just wasn't blown away by it. I just thought it was okay. It was just a very fine experience. Like I enjoyed it, but I don't really get all the hubbub of Jurassic Park. I just thought it was an experience that I had, and it was cool, and there were dinosaurs and stuff, which is cool, but I just came away not really caring all that much more. It did not change my opinion of Spielberg at all, or filmmaking, or anything like that. I don't know. Andrew, what am I missing here?
I'm not gonna sit here and lament to you and say oh, Austin, oh, how could you? Oh, you're fucking up the. Da, 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 da. I do not feel like I don't want to psychoanalyze Jurassic Park. I think there's a lot to talk about with the Jurassic Park in that way. I'm not gonna try to convince you that Jurassic Park is an amazing movie. It's one of the most famous movies of all time. I
I
don't know.
know.
It's whatever. I don't
I
care.
just don't get it. I don't get why people love it so much.
Hey, I don't care. If you don't like it, that's fine. A lot of people don't. I mean, yeah, it's one of the most famous, most successful movies.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, then okay. I didn't expect you to like it.
Yeah.
I love it, but it's a flawed movie. But I'm not gonna try to persuade you into enjoying Jurassic Park. I like Jurassic Park, but I don't like it that much.
Well, apologies to any of our listeners who are huge Jurassic Park fans. I know it's an extremely beloved film, and watching it with a 5-year-old is the best way to watch the film, because even though he's seen this film 20 times, it's like he's never seen the film before. He gets so excited and scared, and it's an incredible way to watch the film. So if nothing else, I had a good time watching it with my little second cousin. So there is that. Even if personally I wasn't in love with it, I did enjoy the experience. So good for you, Spielberg. You're gonna be okay.
He's gonna die soon. He's 100 years old.
I mean, how old is Spielberg? How old is he? Is he in his 70s?
He's probably in his 70s at this point. He's got to be.
Fucking Clint Eastwood's still making movies, and he's in his 90s.
It's funny you mentioned Clint Eastwood. I actually watched a movie recently by Clint Eastwood
Oh yeah.
that he's in and then he directed. Actually, I saw it was on Netflix and I wanted to watch it. on Netflix, they have his first ever feature that he directed on there
Oh shit.
called Play Misty for Me.
Okay.
I liked it. I had heard about this movie before somewhere. I think I read about it on Letterboxd and it sounded interesting. The writing is really bad. I'll just say it's a very misogynistic movie.
Oh god.
It's a women be crazy movie where like Clint Eastwood, he's like a fucking swagged out California DJ.
How old is Clint Eastwood in this movie?
It's 1971. So he's
Okay.
what?
So he's still pretty young.
No, he's like 41 when the movie
No,
comes out.
that's too old. But go on.
He's swagged out in
Yeah,
the
but
movie.
okay. I mean,
What do you
41.
mean?
You say he's a 41-year-old DJ? That's too old.
How is that too old for a radio DJ?
Yeah. Anyways,
How
doesn't matter.
what's the
I don't know.
I don't understand what you're trying. Anyway,
35. That's the
whatever.
limit.
And then what do you do after?
I don't know. Something else. Unless you're like one of those crazy people like in The Fisher King. Like that's fine. Like then you can be a doesn't
I don't
matter.
understand what you're it's the 1970s. It's like people still listen to
Different
radio.
times.
Anyway, he's like a radio DJ and he plays like jazz or whatever. And he this woman played by Jessica Walter, by the way. Jessica Walter. She plays most famously Lucille Bluth in Arrested Development. Very early performance. Well, not very early, but you know, an early performance relatively. She's like has a reputation with Clint Eastwood's character Dave, because she'll call into the station. She'll be like, play the song Misty for me, as the title suggests. But they meet and then they have sex and they kind of like have like a fling. And it's a movie in which kind of reminds me of like a Brian De Palma movie or something like that, where she becomes very obsessive. And he has like an old girlfriend who comes into town and they start getting together. And he's like, you know, I want to like actually have like a real relationship with her. But, you know, Evelyn, the Jessica Walter character, she becomes more obsessive, more violent. And like I said, the writing is not very good. It's not written by him. It's written by other guys, but very good. But I will say, I'm pretty sure this movie is more or less completely filmed and put together by Clint Eastwood, very like DIY. And the movie honestly is like for first feature, I mean, it's like very well done. It's kind of has like some crazy editing in it, which is very different than other Clint Eastwood movies. Like it has kind of almost like a Jalo thing going on almost a little bit.
Interesting.
Sometimes the lighting is a little crazy. It's actually pretty good. Don Siegel is in the movie, which is funny. He plays a bartender. He's like, I gotta have my buddy Don in there. Yeah, but besides the writing, it's honestly a very well directed, very sharp Technicolor early 1970s movie. Very nice to look at. They're in Carmel, California, which I think is
Mhm.
that's like a beachfront town, right?
Yeah, it's like right next to Napa Valley. Very pretty area.
That's where the movie takes place. So it's like nice, kind of like, you know, early 70s California beachfront. You know, it's very
Northern
nice. Yeah.
California.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's like this crazy section in the middle of the movie where like for a reason I won't explain, Evelyn, the Jessica Walter character, she goes to jail. she has to go to jail. And Clint Eastwood basically puts two music video type sections up next to each other where
Awesome.
there's like one section that plays an entire song. I think it's a Roberta Flack song. And he has sex in the woods with his girlfriend.
Okay, that's weird.
There's no dialogue or anything. There's no talking. And it's just kind of like, it's like directed like a music video. And then there's the next scene right after that. He goes to, I think it's the Monterey Jazz Festival.
Okay.
It's like Clint Eastwood went there because he likes jazz music. And then he's like, okay, let's film my character going there too. And it's just like a music video where it's like footage of people performing and having fun at the Monterey Jazz Festival. And that's it. Like nothing happens at the jazz festival. He's just at the jazz festival. Like his character is, because he's like a DJ. So he's like the press or whatever. And he's there. It's just like this whole section of the movie in which like, I think it's supposed to like communicate that a lot of time has passed.
Uh-huh.
Because then right after the Monterey Jazz Festival, he's like back in Carmel. And Jessica Walter calls him and is like, hey, I just got out of jail. Da, 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 da. There's a lot of weird stuff. It's a very interesting movie and it's very flawed. But some people might say like, oh, only watch it if you're a Clint Eastwood completionist. I think it's good enough that it holds up on its own.
Okay. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a blast, honestly. Clint Eastwood's a crazy person. I love it. I really do.
He's chill. He's swagged out, like I said. It's good.
All right. It's on the list. On Christmas Day, another movie I watched, which I haven't seen since I was maybe 12 or 13 years old. I used to watch it every time I got sick. I had it on DVD for years and years and years, and that was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I remember very little of this film, apparently. I remember all the famous scenes, of course, walking in through the little tiny door and the schnozberry scene, and of course the imagination song and the boat. And I remember like all of like the big beats, but rewatching it, I forget how incredible this film is. Just so good. I mean, beautifully shot. The Technicolor is wonderful. Some incredible montages in this. I forgot how long it takes to actually get to the chocolate factory. Like half of the movie.
I've watched it recently too, and like, yeah, like I watched it a lot as a kid as well. And
Mm-hmm.
like as a kid, you're kind of like waiting in anticipation
Yep.
for them to get to the candy factory, right?
Yep.
Because it's
Yep.
like so great. But honestly, as an adult, you appreciate the beginning parts before they go to the factory way more.
I ended up loving the first half of like the whole, which I never, I guess, just went over my head as a kid because I was a kid.
Definitely. Me
But
too.
like the politics of getting the golden tickets is absolutely fascinating. Like the writing here and the exploration of how people like scam their way into getting tickets and like all these like really like
That's so
incredible ways
funny.
like people it's so funny and so well written and so beautiful, and the way the really rich guy like pays hundreds of people to just open chocolate bars. Oh my god, that's wonderful. Or all of the different super competitive people and just these different ways people find them. Or another part that I remember happening, but at the time just kind of flew over my head. The guy who scammed,
Yeah.
like tried to make a fake golden ticket, like that whole plot is incredible. Just an incredible, like wonderful plot.
I like the women whose husband has been taken for ransom, and
Mm-hmm.
they're like, yeah, it's you have to give up all your cake chocolate, your Willy Wonka bars. I'll give him anything. And
Anything.
she's like, oh.
Oh, not that. No, no, no. It's so funny and so much darker than I remember. Like this film is incredibly dark.
I was scared by some of the parts in the candy factory, like when they go on the boat
Yeah.
ride. I was pretty scared
Hmm.
by those sections for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. As a kid, I don't know why I watched it so much because it scared me every time I watched it. Because there's some like,
I think that was a movie that my mom liked a lot as a kid, and she just had the VHS, and so she probably like played it to me, and for some reason it just resonated in my brain. I think it's fun and colorful enough for like a kid to like really get into.
I had so much fun watching this film again. I love the first half of the film. All of the performances are great in this. Like they really picked out some really wonderful kids because kids can be a pain in the ass to work with. But I think all the kids did an incredible job in this. Still not a Charlie fan. I'm never
Yeah,
going
it
to get past
sucks.
that. It was just a poor choice on everyone's part. But otherwise, all of the songs are incredible. They are a blast. Gene Wilder, of course, always gives an incredible performance. The Candy Factory, I am so impressed by the set design. Like just how creative it is and how beautiful it is and just how fucking realistic all of it looks. Like for a film that came out 52 years ago, I mean, it's fucking incredible.
That's a movie too that shouldn't exist just because like I believe like the stories about it are funny where the movie was made, I think, by a candy bar company to advertise a candy bar, but
Yeah.
then the candy bar like didn't make it to market because there was
Mm-hmm.
something wrong with it. So they had to make the movie anyway. I also believe that the guys who wrote the songs didn't have the script or something like that. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
they had
yeah.
to write the songs completely like just kind of general information about the movie, which is also crazy because the songs are good. And yeah, it's just like a movie that probably should not work at all. It should just like not exist just because it's too weird, it's too specific, and it's like made to like advertise a product, but just through the power of imagination, you can just make a very, very, very good movie. Also, the director too, I believe he's like more of a documentary filmmaker too,
Yeah.
which makes sense considering the first half of the movie.
Is basically like it's shot like a documentary, like a news which is great. I think
It adds to it.
perfect choice of direction. Yeah, it really works. Under anyone else's hands. I mean, obviously, right? They try to remake it by Tim Burton tried to remake it,
Yeah,
which
that's a movie I go back and forth on in terms of like thinking that it's just whatever and it's fine to thinking it's terrible. I don't know.
when's the last time you've seen that one?
I saw it pretty recently. I probably saw it like a
Okay.
year or two ago. And I didn't enjoy it all that much, but I don't know. Some things kind of stick out in your mind where you're just kind of like, yeah, that wasn't that bad. The Johnny Depp performance sucks. It's not good.
It's a weird choice.
When you're making comparisons, obviously there's no competition. But if you're not
Hmm.
making comparisons, I see why people defend it. I'd rather watch that movie than the Alice in Wonderland Tim Burton
Yeah.
movie too. There are some other Tim Burton movies where it's like, yeah, I think I'd rather watch Charlie and the Chocolate Factory like 3 or 4 times than watch, whatever he's got going now. So I'll give it that. But I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since it originally came out. So I haven't seen it since I saw it in theaters. So there's some stuff that really sticks out to me from that film. But I mean, rewatching the OG is just such an incredible film. I mean, just the magic of cinema right there. Like, as you said, there's no reason this film should exist. It is so niche and specific. I'm just so happy that the film exists in the world. And I'm ready for another rewatch, honestly. Like, this is probably gonna be my new Christmas. It's probably gonna be like on my list of movies I watch around Christmas because it's great. It's a perfect Christmas movie. Everyone should watch it around Christmas.
Yeah, you gotta just watch whenever. Super good. It's kind of fall. It's a bit fall, like in the first half when they're like chilling in like the
It's
weird
autumnal.
nondescript city. There's something kind of
Yeah.
autumnal about it. Yeah.
What else you been watching?
Well, I saw some movies in theaters since the last we talked. I'm trying to see here. I only saw like a couple movies in theaters actually.
Did we ever talk about Avatar?
No, we never talked about Avatar, which I did see.
Let's talk about Avatar.
I saw it IMAX 3D finally, and I would say that the movie almost cracks my top 5 of 2022. It almost replaces Nope.
Okay.
It's kind of there. I would say that I liked it a little bit more than the first movie, a little bit more. I mean, yeah, the movie's been discussed to death, but I will say, like, considering the movie's over 3 hours, it didn't feel that long. I don't think it felt that long. I thought it was pretty good. It's a sequel, but it might as well be a reboot.
Why is that?
It kind of restarts the whole series, kind of. Like, you have like the first movie where a bunch of shit happens. The second movie is kind of like a repeat of the first movie. There are some things that I don't mind that some people might hate. The fact that there is a lot of repetition. The humans basically come back. The second movie takes place 13 years after the first movie. And the couple, I'm trying to think what their fucking names are. Jake Sully and Natiri, they have kids. And it's 13 years after the first movie, and the humans come back, which is kind of like, okay, like the humans have come back. I like it though, because now that the humans are back on Pandora, they're just violent right away. Because like in the first movie, they're like, all
Right.
right, we're trying to like form a relationship with the Navi so that we can,
Yeah.
take all the resources. But when the humans come back, they're just like, all
Fuck
right,
it.
destroy everything, which I like. I like that a lot. And yeah, the first part of the movie is like big action scenes. You have a really big, crazy set piece at the end. That's great. And then you have like this big, kind of long section in the middle. And I've read reviews that people don't like this middle section. I like it because what happens is that basically like Jake Sully and his family leave the tree people and they have to go to the water people, essentially, the water Navi. And so they have to learn the way of the water.
What?
They're water people, so they swim in the water and stuff.
Sure.
So they have to connect with that and they have to like learn how to ride their water creatures. And honestly, like I like this section just because it's really chill because you're just hanging out. The kid characters are really great, honestly. I don't find them annoying. I thought they were very nice and interesting and complex. I won't go into all of their specifics, but I like them a lot. I thought they were actually very good. And visually it's amazing when they're underwater. The underwater stuff is great because you're
Oh,
kind of
I'm
like,
sure.
shit, I'm like in another world. That's cool. I like that a lot. The final action set piece is really funny because it's like it's a boat sinking.
So it's the
Which is very
Titanic.
funny. It's the Titanic. Yeah, it's basically the Titanic. I'm like, I wonder what other like movies James Cameron has worked on that has a boat that sinks. James Cameron, he just has like these specific likes and dislikes. He likes boat sinking. He likes weird kind of technology. He
Mm-hmm.
likes cool animals. He's a bit of an environmentalist, of course. He just kind of has these specific like fetishes and stuff that he likes to insert into his movies. And Avatar 2 is great because it's all that stuff, which I like a lot. There's a lot to talk about with Avatar. I don't want to keep going on and on about it, but I loved it. I thought it was really good. I love living in the world from a visual standpoint. Everything is better.
Mm-hmm.
I like all the new characters. I thought all the new characters were really good. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the sequels because once again, it's like kind of like a reboot. It feels like you have the first movie almost feels like an introduction or like a prologue. And now you have the real story because like the end of the second movie ends basically the same way as the end of the first movie. And it ends on more of a cliffhanger as well. Because at the end of the second movie, It's not like the humans are gone. At the end of the first movie, the humans are gone, but then at the end of the second movie, it ends on more of like kind of a cliffhanger where the humans like are still on Pandora, so they're still the threat. So it makes more sense to have those sequels. So it just kind of feels like a bit of like a reboot, sort of. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. It's really good.
Well, I figured you'd love it. Do you think I would like it?
I don't know. I think everyone should watch it at least once. Why not?
It's so long.
Just split it up.
Yeah. But I feel like that's a kind of movie that I really should see in a movie theater if I'm going to watch it.
Probably still in theaters.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. 100% sure it is. I mean, I'm not going to see it in 3D, but I should probably at
Yeah,
least.
the 3D is cool. I like the 3D. I'm a big fan of it. IMAX 3D, but just whatever. It's not like essential, I don't think.
Yeah. We'll see. Speaking of 3-hour movies that we saw at the movie theater, I saw Babylon, which doesn't need to be 3 hours long. I am of the belief that almost no movie on earth needs to be 3 hours long. I think once you pass 2 hours, you're pushing it. I love a good 90-minute movie, and 3 hours is so long for a film.
I disagree, but if you say Babylon was too long, then yeah, you're probably right. It probably was too long.
I mean, it's very clear that Damien Chazelle loves cinema and he loves the history of cinema. And this film is a lot raunchier than I thought it would be. I've seen all of Damien Chazelle's work, and his films are pretty tame. I mean, I guess Whiplash is R-rated. I think it is, but it's just for language. Like
There's not really sex and violence
there's
in
no
that
sex,
movie.
violence, or nudity in any of his work, really. Like, he's a pretty tame director, but this film, he's just like, fuck it. Like, you see lots of people fucking and having sex, a lot of
Nice.
boobs and penises and vaginas and all of that.
Let's go.
And like, that's like the opening scene is just like he's like saying like, fuck all this. And the opening scene is absolutely insane. It's like 45 minutes long, and it's just this giant ass party, and it is bonkers. I will say that it is bonkers. Does it need to be that long? No, but he definitely gets the point across that he's like, I'm a new kind of director, and I'm making like, this like raunchy kind of shit. And the party scene is really fun at times. Again, I don't think it needs to be 45 minutes long. I think you could cut that in half and still get the same idea. Just because there's just like a lot of fluff of like people dancing around and having sex and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like that for like 45 minutes. Like, you get it. Like, after the first like 5 minutes, you're like, I get it. But it is visually very interesting, and Margot Robbie does a really good job, as everyone does. I think Brad Pitt's performance is a little underwhelming, honestly. It's not that interesting, but there's some really fun stuff. There's some really funny stuff when they transition to sound. There is an incredible scene. It's probably my favorite scene in the movie, where Margot Robbie, who is a fledgling actor, has to transition to sound. And it's basically that scene in Singing in the Rain. They basically replicate the scene in Singing in the Rain, where they're trying to figure out like where to put the microphone and all that kind of shit. It's very funny. It goes on a lot longer than I thought it would. What's strange about Babylon, it's not that like there are scenes that need to be cut out. Like, they're just like, yeah, you need to cut out the middle part, or you need to cut out this scene or that scene. It's rather that every scene is too long. Like, every scene probably should have been cut in half, because like they have the joke and the idea, but then like they just keep going and going and going, which I guess it's kind of like the Wolf of Wall Street thing, right? Where it's indulging in sort of the flashiness of it all. So it's kind of purposeful. Like, each of these scenes, like, there's a reason they're stretched so long. So I understand why they do it, and I get it. Like, I get the idea. Just like when you watch Wolf of Wall Street, like, it's also like 3 hours long. So I understand it. And for the most part, I enjoy the film. I think it's really funny. They do like this big movie montage near the end, which is really fun. But my biggest problem with the film is that all of the main characters are extremely unlikable. Margot Robbie's character, who's kind of the love interest of the film, is arguably one of the least likable characters to ever be put on film. She's just awful. She's an awful human being,
She's in
and
too
there is
many
no reason to like
movies.
her. She's in too many
I'm
movies.
tired of seeing her.
She gives a good performance, and I don't think it's not a problem with Margot Robbie herself. It's a problem with the writing, which is like, for some reason you're supposed to empathize with Margot Robbie. Like, that's the whole idea. But there is never a point in the film where you have any reason to empathize with her, because she's just this young woman who fumbles into success and then just keeps fumbling into it. Like, there's no great rise and like hard work, any of that shit. She's just someone who's just, because like there is this idea that they propose at the beginning of the film, which seems to be the theme of the film, which I fundamentally disagree with. And maybe that's part of my problem with Babylon, which is the idea that some people are just meant to be famous and other people aren't. And that's just something you're born with. Like if you're going to be great or, whatever, be a great actor or director or whatever, it's just something you either are or you aren't. And there's no changing that. And that's kind of the theme of this whole film. And that's how Margot Robbie's character lives her entire life, as if she was just meant for greatness. So didn't love that. There's this weird point late in the film where Tobey Maguire shows up. Great casting choice, by the way. I haven't seen Tobey Maguire in much lately. I'd like to see him in more shit. I mean, let's switch out Margot Robbie for Tobey Maguire because I want to see him in more stuff. He's always a blast to see. He plays perhaps one of the creepiest characters. He just looks so ugly and hideous. And what made this even stranger is the projector was going out. So the reds started to go out. So the reds started to turn green, which didn't happen until like the last third of the film. So I think they just needed to change the light bulb. I think the light bulb was going out. So it progressively got worse and worse where like the reds were starting to turn green. And every time it would cut, there would be like a 1 or 2 second fade almost. It became very surreal, but it worked perfectly for the scene because basically Tobey Maguire takes them to this like underground fucking chaotic murder thing. And that scene's really fun. I really had a blast with that. That's one of the one scenes I was like, this could have been longer. Like I wish that was more of the film because it's just absurd and crazy and insane. And it's weird because there's this whole plot where Margot Robbie borrows money from the mafia and she's freaking out, but that doesn't happen until like the final third of the film, which feels like it should have been way earlier in the film. Like this should have been like at the halfway point, but I still really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I spent a lot of time laughing. I thought it was visually still very interesting. I don't think it's Damien Chazelle's best work. Personally, I still think Whiplash is his best film. I know it's his first, but there's something about Whiplash that just works. I think Damien Chazelle was just given an unlimited budget for this, and you can tell.
He fucked it up. That movie is not doing well. I think it's like a big bomb, probably.
I'm sure it did not make nearly the amount of money, which I don't know why they.
But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with blowing money. I think that's fucking awesome to just blow money on a movie that no one saw.
Northman did the same thing, right? He spent like 120 million on that, and it didn't make nearly enough. So I hope those directors are doing well. Obviously Robert Eggers is one of the greats. I'm sure he's going to be okay. Same with Damien Chazelle. He's Hollywood's kind of like fucking child, so they love him. But I'm hoping Damien Chazelle's next film is much smaller because Damien Chazelle is one of those directors where they thrive off of small budgets. And I think there's just certain directors that just do better in small budgets and certain directors that do better in bigger budgets. And I don't think that's a criticism for either type of director. They make different kinds of films. So overall, it's fine. Of my choices of seeing a film in theaters, I think that was my best choice. Like I wasn't going to go see Avatar, and the other choices around here were pretty lame. So I'm glad I saw it in theaters. I had fun. Probably not going to rewatch it ever, at least not anytime soon. Probably not anytime the next 10 years, but it's fine. I think you would think it's okay. Honestly, I think you'd watch it and you'd be like, I have nothing to say about this film. So,
I saw La La Land like twice in theaters, and I think that's a movie that I could see myself watching now. If I were to watch that right now, I think I would not enjoy it nearly as much. At least in my brain, because it's been a while since I've seen it. I think that movie has like fallen out of favor for me as like a movie that's just kind of whatever. Like it's okay. It's like a weird, inconsistent, kind of messy thing. That kind of movie isn't really what I want to see in movies. I don't know. I guess my tastes have changed. I think my view of the world has changed. But I'll watch it eventually. I'm not gonna see it in theaters. It's just not gonna happen. But I'm seeing EO this weekend though. Gonna see EO.
ooh.
Gonna see it on Sunday. Yeah, I'm excited to see EO. But yeah, Avatar's better. I'm trying to think what else I fucking watched. I mean, I actually didn't watch like a ton of movies the last time we talked. I think one of the best movies I watched. Well, another movie I'll give a shout out to is I saw this great documentary at the Speed Cinema, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. It's a documentary about Nan Golden,
Who's that?
famous photographer and artist. She has a great book called The Ballad of Sexual Dependency, which is a very, very, very good photo book. And All the Beauty and the Bloodshed it's a documentary about her life, like as a photographer. And she's also, in the LGBTQ community. And a big part of her life was, of course, like as a young woman, seeing all of her friends die of AIDS. So that's a big
Yeah,
part of the
shit.
movie. But she also had this moment in her life where she was addicted to opioids. And so she founded this group where she and other volunteers basically protested and kind of rallied against the Sackler family, who worked with Purdue Pharma to shovel Oxycontin, I believe. It's weird. It's a documentary that talks about a lot of different things and a lot of different time periods and subjects. But Laura Poitras, the director, she's able to bring everything together very well in a way that feels very complete, and she's able to do it amazingly in 2 hours. I would say that All the Beauty and the Bloodshed is probably one of the best documentaries of the past like 5 years, probably. I mean, it's really, really fucking good. And it's very touching, very emotional. I was very emotional a couple times. It's hard. But man, it's really fucking good. So big shout out to that one. I think another movie outside of maybe The American Friend that I really, really liked was the newest Matt Farley movie, The Magic Spot. Watch this. It's on Tubi. It's like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. It's just so good. This is the second film that I've seen that he's in, but I'm definitely gonna be watching all of his others. You like Matt Farley?
I don't know if I mean, I know who Matt Farley is, but I don't know if I've seen anything with him in it or that he's done.
Matt Farley is great. For a couple decades now, he's been making movies, along with all of his other projects. I've seen Don't Let the River Beast Get You, and this is his most recent movie. It's very musical. Matt Farley's a musician, but this is his most musical movie. And Magic Spot has a very like specific, weird, kind of funny time travel plot that's very hilarious. But Magic Spot, just like Don't Let the River Beast Get You, are very lo-fi movies that he makes in the small town that he lives in, Massachusetts. He makes all these movies with his friends and his buddies. They're all in it. They're all made by him. They're very low budget, but they have a ton of heart. The comedy is very funny, but it doesn't feel too comedy, kind of professional comedy kind of stuff. You know, like
Yeah.
there's nothing too obvious about the comedy. It feels very like in joke, but not really. And it's just like a really cute, fun film. Don't Let the River Beast Get You and The Magic Spot. They're kind of unbelievable how good they are, but they're very amateur. But they have so much heart and love that I can't help but love it. So Magic Spot, honestly, that also should go in best of 2022. I mean, I don't know where I would put it. It's hard to say. I mean, I would say top six, five, six, seven.
Wow. Must be pretty good.
I recommend Matt Farley movies. They're very fun. I still have quite a few I haven't seen, but he's so good. He's so much fun to watch.
We'll have to check it out. His films look fun, and sometimes you just need something that's a little more lo-fi, as you say. And you love seeing filmmakers who are out there just doing low budget stuff, just making the films that they want to make. I think that's cool.
He rocks with his buddies, just with his buddies in Massachusetts. They're just in the town and they film everything. They just film the whole movie like just around town, and it's very enjoyable.
That is great. Well, I don't really have any other movies that I really want to talk about that much, but I did want to mention that after finishing Better Call Saul, I started watching The Wire, which people consider one of the greatest shows of all time. That's on every list. It's like top five always. Have you seen The Wire?
I watched the first two seasons and I started the third and then I didn't finish it. That was a while ago. That was like several years ago.
I've been watching as I work, so it's a good show to have on while I'm working because visually I don't find it very interesting and there's a lot of dialogue. I'm mid second season. I think I'm halfway through the second season. I haven't really gotten into it yet. I don't know.
It's not an easy show to get into, honestly. It really isn't. Like it's a very didactic movie. Like the first season is like really like okay, like a lot of like talking, a lot of dialogue.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like the setting though. I think the characters are pretty cool. As an HBO show, so they can do whatever they want. The way that the second season opens, I think is very great. With all the dead
yeah,
bodies, I think that's very like holy shit, that's crazy. But I don't know. It's kind of up its own ass a little bit.
yeah.
I'd rather just watch Breaking Bad. I'd rather watch Sopranos.
I'm trying to become more of a TV buff because I've always been really into movies, but I've never really gotten into TV.
You've watched so much TV. What do you mean?
Yeah, but not like famous TV. Like when you look at the lists, the different lists of like top 100, best television shows of all time, I've only seen like six of them.
I imagine that 75% of those shows have not aged well. I bet you could skip at least every other show on that list. Just saying.
I gotta like turn on something when I'm working.
You should just watch Star Trek. Watch Star Trek TNG.
That's actually next on my list is Star Trek after I finish The Wire.
I recommend just watching Star Trek TNG.
Yeah. What is it on?
Well, it used to be on Netflix, but now it's just on Paramount.
I think I have Paramount, so I think
Oh, okay,
it
then
should be
you're good.
okay.
I think Paramount has all the Star Trek shows. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's gonna be next on my list. I mean, I'm already
With the original series, I've tried to get into it and I find it kind of hard to do. But in 2020, I started watching TNG and I skipped around a lot because like the first couple seasons are apparently not very good. So I found a guide online where they're just like, okay, watch these episodes, skip these. But then basically, I would say from like the third to maybe like the fifth or sixth season, it's like I watched every episode and they're all very good. They're very
wow,
good.
okay.
Great show.
Yeah, Star Trek again, one of those shows that everyone talks about. Everyone talks about how great it is. So it's a show I've long wanted to get into. But I have to pick shows that I know Emily would never watch because Emily and I do watch TV at night. What we watch at night are typically like low key, not sitcoms, but basically, just like comedic.
Maybe she would like Star Trek.
No,
I don't know.
there's a 0% chance that she would like
It's
Star
not
Trek.
that like it's chill. Like it's not like
I know it's chill, but I'm telling you right now. Here, I can ask her, Emily, would you watch Star Trek? Yeah, she said no. It's a nerd show.
I disagree. I think it's a very smart, well-written show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to watch it. I also want to watch the rest of the Twilight Zone. I used to watch that a lot. The thing about the Twilight Zone though is because it's a what's the word, like every episode, there's like no connection between episodes. Whatever,
Yeah, it's like a serial. No, not a serial. The opposite.
it's opposite of a serial.
Like a monster of the week kind of thing.
It's the thing about the Twilight Zone because I've seen the first two season. I think I've seen like 20 or 30 episodes of the Twilight Zone. Is there are some episodes that are very good, like very well written, very interesting. One episode that I haven't seen yet that I really want to see is there's a Buster Keaton episode,
Oh yeah.
which I'd be really excited to see. I haven't seen yet, but the thing is, like with the Twilight Zone, is it's very hit or miss. There's some episodes that are very good, very interesting, very intriguing, and then there are episodes that are just trash. Because the thing about the Twilight Zone, which is so weird, is they constantly have different writers and different directors, and the really only thing that holds it together is like the guy who does the introductions. But otherwise, it's just like there's no connection between these episodes at all. Like not only like plot wise, but even like you get different directors, you get different writers. So it's such a weird idea for a show, which I think is cool that it exists at all and that, they allow it to exist. But probably something I'll get back into after Star Trek. But I still got to get through The Wire and then Star Trek. So
Star Trek is like the same kind of thing. I mean, the characters are like the same throughout, obviously. And there are obviously like plots and stuff that, branch out, things happening. But every episode is basically just like the crew, something happens somewhere, and they have to rectify the problem. And so you can just kind of like pop in almost any TNG episode, at least most of them, and it's just like them trying to figure out a problem. And then pretty easily you can figure out all their personalities and stuff
yeah.
pretty easily. A show I've been watching here and there that's super chill is Columbo. And Columbo is basically the same thing, where Columbo is also good too, where each episode is like directed and written by different people. And basically the only thing that's the same is that you have Columbo. And each episode, it kind of has the same structure where you have the crime that happens at the beginning. Columbo shows up to try to solve it. He gets outwitted, and then at the very end, he solves it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how every single Columbo episode is, with maybe some variations. But it's chill because of that, and the vibes are very nice. It's like nice 70s California vibes. And Columbo's a great character, and Peter Falk is a great actor. And it's the same thing where it's just kind of like, just different places, situations, actors. There's enough variation, but also enough, comfortable kind of stuff going on too, where you can kind of just vibe to it. That's another show that's I would say is similar to Twilight Zone or Star Trek, where it's not like a really long movie,
Yeah.
which is good, but not all the time.
Right. That's the thing with The Wire is like,
It's a big long movie. Sopranos as well. Sopranos is also a big long movie. Breaking Bad's a big long movie. Yeah.
which is fine, but The Wire feels like the most intertwined show I've ever watched. There's just so many characters and so much shit going on. Like honestly, if I didn't have it on while I was working, I probably would never be able to get into it because it's so much. It's just so much. There's like 20 characters. Every episode goes to like 6 different characters. You can never like just stay on one person. And it's all these different fucking plot lines. It's a lot.
It's just satisfying to watch this episode of Star Trek where you have the crew, for the most part how they act. and then they just solve the problem. You know, it's like, yes, they solved the problem. I knew they would solve it. They did it. And they did it in a very intelligent and very nice way. And Columbo's the same way. Get Columbo, you're just like, man, how is he going to solve this? And he does. And you're just like, yep, he solved it. And The Wire, it's just like, he got fucking killed and he got away. And it's like, what are we going to do? Oh, shit. You know, it's like, which is good, but, you know,
I do love the theme song for the second season.
yeah, it rocks. It's a Tom Waits cover, I think.
Yeah.
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 Tom Waits is
Fucking
awesome. Yeah,
awesome.
I'm a big Tom Waits fan, yeah. They do like I think they get a different artist to cover that song each season.
I've only seen the first two, and I guess you only started the third, but I'm guessing each season is like takes place at a different part of Baltimore. Is that the idea?
Yeah, second season is the docks, and then I think like the next few seasons, I don't remember the order, but I think one of them is the schools, one of them is like kind of like the like judicial sector, and I think another one is like the newspaper or press or something like that. But you still have the other characters as well.
I mean, it's a cool idea.
Yeah, I think it's cool too.
It's just a lot. I don't know, like when The Wire originally came out. I genuinely don't know how you could watch this week after week. Like, I don't know how you would know what's going on. I'm impressed by anyone who ever watched it when it originally came out because that seems impossible.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I also started watching Tulsa King on Paramount. Have you seen this?
No.
The guy who created Yellowstone, he has a new show called Tulsa King, which stars Sylvester Stallone. It's a Paramount Plus original.
Okay.
I've listened to a few podcasts that have talked about the show, and it's terrible. Like it's a funny show. I watched the first episode last night, and I don't know, if you're just kind of want to watch something that is just very baffling and weird, I recommend it. It's like Sylvester Stallone, he's in jail for 25 years. He's part of the Italian mafia in New York City, and he gets out. And for his reward for getting out, for staying in jail for 25 years and not saying anything, they say that he can go to Tulsa, Oklahoma to start his own criminal business and empire there. And that's his reward for being in prison. It doesn't make sense. It's really weird. There's a lot of things that don't make sense. And then he goes to Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and in the first episode, a lot of shit happens, but nothing really much happens either. He beats up people and he doesn't get in trouble. He robs a weed dispensary there and doesn't get in trouble.
Okay.
It's a really weird show. It's a very reactionary conservative show. So if you're interested in that, I recommend it just because it's super weird and interesting and it's kind of tapping into something very strange that I'm having a hard time like getting my mind around. So I recommend it. I'm probably going to watch a little bit more of it. There's only one season out, so there's not a lot to watch. But Sylvester Stallone, he's hilarious. It's not a good show, but it's a very interesting show.
That sounds fascinating. That sounds like a blast.
My mom watched it. My mom watched some of it, and I was talking to her. No, I was talking to her about it, and she's like, I didn't like it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just like
It seems like a show old people would like not our parents' age, but like our
Yellowstone.
grandparents. Yeah.
Yellowstone is probably the most popular show on television easily.
Yeah.
And Tulsa King is also probably very popular too, but it like sucks. It's very fascinating.
Old people love television, man. They got nothing else going on. That's amazing. I love it. Well, that's pretty much all I got to talk about this week. I was gonna do this thing where this year I was gonna be like, I'm gonna watch all of the Sight and Sound's top 100 films that I haven't seen, which I've seen like 60%, so it's only like 40 films. And Criterion Collection has like a huge majority of them. And I watched one of them, Atlanta, which is very good, but then I just immediately stopped doing that. So I probably won't do that this year.
Like, don't do that. Forget it. Like, I think with movies, with everything, you should just like watch whatever you feel like watching. I think trying to like watch like a 100 film list like in a given year in a given amount of time, I think you're just going to set yourself up for like burnout, and don't do it.
I already gave up on it, so don't worry, Andrew. I immediately gave up on an idea.
Good. You should give up.
So we'll see what's next. I don't know what I'm gonna watch. I've been watching a lot of 1930s screwball comedies because Criterion Collection just released a screwball comedies thing, and I fucking love screwball comedies from that era.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's all I've been doing. But
Okay.
so that's pretty much it, man.
Cool. That sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening, and until next time.
Thanks again.